Hello everyone and welcome to our video series Genomics for All, episode 19, our GFA from My Biome Therapeutics. So we have talked about healthcare, we have talked about agriculture, renewable energy, synthetic biology, etc. Now, Women's Day, International Women's Day is around the corner, and today what I'll be talking about is genomics for women, how genomics impacts lives, health of women in general. So before going into the details and the science or genomics behind all that I will be talking about, I would like to uh, just share with you one thing that our team, My Biome Therapeutics, the top leadership of this team from day one has been, the technical leadership has been led by women. And I'm very happy to share this that some of the leaders who have been there with us from day one, Dr. Nandini, Dr. Alka, Amrita, Vrishali, Dr. Hina, Dipti, all these women have contributed immensely towards the growth of My Biome Therapeutics and towards enabling genomics for all. So to start with, I thought I'll share with all of you this fact, and then so International Women's Day and women's health, women's genomics for women. Uh, on a lighter note or on a scientific note, all of you women who would be viewing this, so as you all know, we all have 23 pairs of chromosomes, and X and Y. This is what differentiates men from women. So women have XX and men have XY. Now that is the differentiator. So why I said on a lighter note is that XX, when you see the second X, that carries about that is 5 times larger than the Y chromosome. So women are powerful. That's on a lighter note. It has 10 times more genes. That extra chromosome has 10 times more genes, 100 genes compared to 1000 genes than the Y chromosome. And so that means it has more number of genes, more number of traits, etc. Now, to have a balance between this XX is also equally important, and that is what, to start with, is a point wherein I'm saying how genomics is important. Now, if you have XX, things are fine. If you have 1X, that leads to Turner syndrome, which is a genetic disease. Now, if you have XXX, that leads to genetic disease. So this is where genomics, genetics, all of this plays big roles in women's health, right from the birth, right from chromosomes to everything. Now, where else have science and genomics impacted women's health immensely? If I think of, there are 2-3 areas. One of them is breast cancer. And we spoke about breast cancer in one episode exclusively dedicated to breast cancer, and wherein we spoke about BRCA, Angelina Jolie's case, etc. So now this is one field, the whole field of breast cancer, the diagnostics and genomics, which involves hereditary breast and ovarian cancer kits that we use at My Biome, HBOC kits, and the therapy, that is Herceptin. As I was describing in that episode, we have different kinds of breast cancer, ER, PR, and HER2, which is estrogen receptor, progesterone receptor, and HER2, which is the epidermal growth factor. Now, HER2 and drugs, which are Herceptins, have greatly benefited the breast cancer patients, and that is where genomics, HER2 and ERPR, etc., all of this falls under genomics, and therapeutics plays a big role in women's breast cancer health. Now, coming to other areas where genomics impacts women's health in general is about polycystic ovarian disease, for example. And at My Biome Therapeutics, we work on this topic. Gut microbiome, which you all, I have introduced this subject many times. Gut microbiome dysbiosis is found in polycystic ovarian disease, and scientists are working hard to see if restoration of this gut microbiome through probiotics, fecal microbiota transplant, etc., now can restore the symptoms of polycystic ovarian disease. So that's the power of genomics, not just diagnosing a disease, but also therapeutics or therapy of the particular disease in question. Other than breast cancer, polycystic ovarian syndrome, we can talk about cervical cancer in women. And at MyBiome Therapeutics, we work a lot on human papillomavirus detection. I encourage all of you women on International Women's Day to get pap smear done very, very routinely, at least once a year, and which examines the cervical cells for cancer, HPV infections, etc. We at MyBiome do HPV sequencing by next generation sequencing using our Illumina technology, wherein 28 HPV types and 13 sexually transmitted infections can be screened in one go. Other than this, we can talk about vaginal microbiome, which is very, very important topic for women, taking care of the vaginal microbiome. And that is where the science is evolving. It is still not a diagnostic test that is recommended by doctors, but the science is evolving so much that you have lactobacillus in the vagina, which releases lactic acid, which keeps the pH balance in the vagina of women. So that to that level, the science has developed so that now we are talking about restoration of the vaginal microbiota using probiotics, vaginal probiotics, etc. So such is the detail that genomics, and it is growing at such a rapid pace that you name it, we have solutions. Like breast cancer, we talked about polycystic ovarian syndrome, we talked about cervical cancer, vaginal microbiome, genetic disorders, and finally, women who would be expecting, the pregnant women. Genomics has very, very, very interesting solutions for expecting mothers. Like, for example, non-invasive prenatal testing. That has been a revolution. Earlier days, tests like chronic villi test or amniocentesis, those were invasive tests were used to happen. But now we have with us a tool that is non-invasive prenatal testing, wherein cell-free DNA of the blood of the expectant mother is taken, and the cell-free DNA is analyzed for many, many disorders or syndromes. Like it could be Down syndrome for trisomy of chromosome number 21. It could be Patau's syndrome for trisomy of chromosome number 13. It could be Edwards syndrome for trisomy of chromosome number 18. Klinefelter syndrome, Turner syndrome, XXX, and so on. So that is the power of genomics, that it can, in a time frame of expecting mother, any time in the pregnancy, one can analyze this cell-free DNA to say, earlier the better, wherein to say that if disorders exist or not, and the doctors and the parents can take decisions accordingly. So that is where genomics is going, and the science looks very bright, and the solutions are very, very interesting, practical, and women are getting benefited from a lot of genomic solutions. At MyBiome, we have been offering all these solutions that I talked about today, and we'll be adding more and more solutions to our kitty. And thank you all for supporting Genomics for All. We'll be talking about several issues that are of importance in day-to-day life, and wish you all a happy International Women's Day. Thank you.